For anyone who doesn't know, a crumpet is kind of like a cross between a pancake and an English muffin, and today we're going to be making them at home. To start, you're going to add 14 grams of fast action dried yeast to a small splash of water. Whisk with a fork and set aside for 15 minutes. It should bloom slightly and bubble up. This is going to let you know that your yeast is alive and open to use. Once your yeast is bloomed, in a separate bowl you're going to combine 175 grams of strong white bread flour and 175 grams of plain white flour. If you only have plain flour, it's still going to work, but you're going to end up with something closer to a pancake. Next, you're going to add 350 millilitres of warm milk. If you want to keep this vegan, you can use almond milk and it works fine. Next goes in your bloomed yeast, at which point you're going to give the whole mixture a stir. It's going to look like a mess to begin with, but after 30 seconds it should combine. Mix for a further 4 minutes until it starts getting hard to stir. This is the gluten developing, and this is what's going to help your crumpets rise in the pan. Next, cover up the pan and leave to rise at room temperature for 1 hour. Yes, my towel came free with last week's food delivery. Right, 1 hour later. As you can see, the dough has risen and is much smoother in texture. At this point you're going to add 150 millilitres of lukewarm water along with 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate soda, also known as baking soda. Give the mixture a good stir and rest for another 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, it's a good idea to transfer this into a jug, as it makes pouring a lot easier. Next, you're going to need to preheat a pan on a medium-high heat. This is going to take some practice to get your temperature right, and it may need adjusting up and down. Next, you're going to take a metal ring, or any cookie cutter will do, and grease it generously with butter and sunflower oil. Grease the pan as well. Pour your batter into your ring about halfway up. The batter will continue to rise as it cooks, so don't overfill. After this, turn down the heat to a medium temperature and gently cook for about 6 to 8 minutes. I tried this recipe with a different pan, and I definitely think the recipe goes easier with a non-stick pan. So if you have one, please use that. You'll know your crumpets are nearly done when the bubbles pop and the holes remain there. See how the crumpet is cooked within the hole? That's exactly what you want. When your crumpet looks like this and is fully cooked around the side, it's time to take the ring off. It should come off easily, but if it doesn't, just use a sharp knife to release the ring. Next, you need to flip the crumpet to finish cooking the top. I found the gentler you're able to place the crumpet down, the neater the final result. Although it won't make any difference to the taste, so don't worry about it too much. After 30 seconds or so, check the top to see if it's done. And if it is, leave it on a cooling rack to rest. There you have it. Crumpets made within about 3 hours. When it comes to eating, I find crumpets a great toaster with butter, or you can drizzle it with a bit of honey. Very quickly before I go, my name's Josh, and this is the first episode of Too Many Cooks. Something new I'm trying, so if you like it, remember to subscribe, share, like, and join me for the next episode.